I am your host, James Yoder. It is my instant reaction to the college football playoff. The playoff did not screw Michigan and put them against Ohio State, make the Buckeyes get an opportunity to redeem themselves in a loss without doing anything. It is Michigan versus TCU, the 2-3 game in Glendale, Arizona. It's the Fiesta Bowl in the CFP. Back-to-back years, Michigan is the number 2 team in the CFP. Georgia will face Ohio State. Michigan's a 9-point favorite in this game. Georgia is a 7-point favorite over Ohio State. That is your top 6. Alabama number 5 and Tennessee number 6. This game is the 4 o'clock game on New Year's Eve. So Michigan fans can watch the game. I think it's still a good New Year's Eve, right? You can watch the Ohio State-Georgia game if you want. But I actually thought, I've thought this for several years, that the New Year's Eve games kind of stink if you've got a dog in the race. And if you don't, maybe you just don't even care about the game sometimes. So I'm glad Michigan's the early game because I know a lot of Michigan football fans will want to spend New Year's Eve with their loved ones not watching football. So nevertheless, 4 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock local time in Glendale, Arizona. It is Michigan favored by 9 points over TCU. The over-under is 60 in this one. What's your one-word reaction to the Wolverines facing TCU in the college football playoff? Mine is expected, right? I expected it to happen, but I wouldn't have been shocked if the college football playoff was absolute jackasses and put Michigan against Ohio State, rewarded the Buckeyes for losing by 22 at home by getting another chance to redeem themselves. I've said I'd take Ohio State if that was the matchup, right? Michigan would beat them down again, just like they did at Ohio Stadium, but they didn't deserve it. If they want to play Michigan again, they've got to go through somebody else first, and that somebody else is Georgia. So mine is expected. This is what I expected it to be. Let me know your one-word reaction in the comments. Let me know it in the live chat here on YouTube. How about this man, Max Duggan, one of, maybe the performance of the year in college football yesterday, but it was in a losing effort, and I thought his head coach, Sonny Dykes, made the wrong decision not to go for it on 4th down. That wasn't the wrong decision. It was to not put the ball in his hands on 3rd down or 4th down from inside the 1.5 yard line. They then went for it on 4th down, got stuffed twice, 3rd and 4th, and then TCU or Kansas State, all they had to do was kick a field goal to get the win. Kansas State is your 2022 Big Ten champs, but it didn't matter or Big 12 champs. It didn't matter to TCU. They still get the number 3 seed. Folks, Michigan has not faced a quarterback like this all season, and maybe hasn't faced a quarterback like this in a lot of ways in this 2-year run of the college football playoff. His legs are terrific. Max Duggan's legs are the reason that TCU is in this spot. This wasn't a college football playoff team at the beginning of the year. This wasn't a team that you thought would be there right at the top of the CFP when you thought, all things considered, that they would be Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, Texas A&M, Clemson, Notre Dame. This was not a team. I think it's all down to Max Duggan, Heisman Trophy candidate, will likely be a Heisman Trophy finalist. It's his legs, his heart, his guts. He's bringing something to the table that Michigan has not faced in the last 27 games. 12-2 last year, folks. 13-0 this year. 27 games. Michigan's 25-2. I think Max Duggan is going to be their most challenging quarterback matchup that they have. Folks, we are brought to you. The Michigan Football Report is brought to you by the Fetch app, the app that allows you to earn points on any purchase you make. All you've got to do is scan the receipts from any single store, big or small. Could be Target, could be Walmart. It's America's favorite rewards app. You can turn those receipts you have from paper receipts, big stores, small stores, into points. Connect your Amazon account, connect your email account. The Fetch app is awesome. I've been using it for almost a year now, and I have redeemed $60 in gift cards. All I've done is scan my receipts, connected my Amazon account, and connected my email address. It's very simple to use. It's very easy to use. You see the link at the bottom of the screen, chatsports.com/Fetch. I want to thank all of the Michigan Football Report viewers who have supported Fetch in this college football playoff journey. All you got to do, snap your receipts, connect your Amazon account, connect your email account. Every purchase you make, big or small, turns into reward points. When you get 10,000 reward points, you can redeem them for a gift card to Amazon, to Starbucks, to a restaurant, to a movie theater, anything like that. Big or small, all your receipts turn into reward points. And if you use our link, chatsports.com/Fetch, you get 5,000 reward points. That's the equivalent of a $5 gift card, and it's absolutely free. But this deal won't last for long, folks. chatsports.com/fetch. You got to use, when you launch the app, use promo code CHAT. When you scan your first receipt, you will get 5,000 bonus points. And every time you get a receipt, scan it, connect your Amazon account, connect your email address. You'll be at 10,000 points in no time, and you will have yourself a gift card to the store of your choice. Support today's sponsor, Fetch. Get the Fetch app. It's free for Android. It's free for iPhone. Chatsports.com/fetch. It's down in the comments and the description of today's video. Chatsports.com/fetch. I've been using it for a year now to get myself free rewards and turn those rewards into gift points gift cards just by scanning my receipts, connecting my Amazon account, and my email address. Take a look at the season that TCU had. The Horned Frogs, the 12-1 TCU Big 12 runner-ups, right? They lost to Kansas State yesterday. They started off the year surprisingly, right? I remember betting on this game. I lost money on it. They lost. I think they were like 14-point favorites over Colorado. I think I took Colorado in this one. They won by 13 or 25 points. They beat Colorado. Tarleton, right? Some random school in the middle of Texas. They won 59-17. Beat SMU, the little Dallas-Fort Worth rivalry. Beat Oklahoma. That's the game that people started taking them seriously. 55-24. Beat Kansas when Kansas was kind of the talk of the college football world, 38-31. Move forward. The second game I think the college football world started taking them seriously is when they beat Oklahoma State 43-40. Now, the next week after that, they beat the team that just beat them, Kansas State, where Kansas State had controlled that game early on. I remember watching this game. I turned it back on, third quarter to fourth quarter. TCU just kind of made a run. The one thing that this team has, that almost no other team in college football history has had, look at the scores of this game. Jack, do me a favor real quick. Go back to those first 5 games we can. I just want to count this up just if we can for the people watching, right? Colorado, no. So 1. I'm talking about games they won by 10 points or less. SMU, 1. Kansas, 2. Okay, continue rolling here, Jack. Oklahoma State, 3 games by 10 points or less. Kansas State, 4. West Virginia, 5. Texas Tech, 6. Texas, 17-10. 7 games, they won them all by 10 points or less. Finished the year. Baylor, 1-point win, kick field goal right as Michigan was about to beat Illinois. Kansas State or TCU, the field goal to beat Baylor. That's 8 games by 10 points or less, and then blew out Iowa State. Lost the final one, but 8 games they won this year by 10 points or less. Didn't get it done in the last one. This team lost the Big 12 title game in overtime, folks, and they lost it by 3 points. I think they absolutely deserve a trip to the college football playoff. No doubt about that. They deserve to be the number 3 seed. They had a better resume than Ohio State. They had more quality wins than Ohio State. They don't have the flash and the brand name and the pomp and circumstance of Ohio State. But TCU got what they deserved. Had they won the Big 12, it would have probably been a guarantee here, but they didn't. Nevertheless, Ohio State lost their last game. TCU lost their last game. They lost it by 3 points in overtime. Ohio State lost the last game by 22 points at home to the number 2 ranked Michigan football Wolverines. Guys, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Michigan Football Report. We will have live videos for you weekly. Jack and I will be back, Thursday we said, Jack. Time to be determined, but probably in the late afternoon, 4, 5, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. It is the Michigan Football Report by Chat Sports. Make sure you subscribe. We've been just adding subscribers at a rapid pace here in the 2022 college football playoff run here, last 6 weeks or so. YouTube.com/Michigan TV. Give me a subscribe today. You will not regret it. And, hey, it's free. Michigan, though, will need to pass the ball better to beat TCU. I liked what I saw on the approach from Michigan yesterday, but there's a few things that I didn't like. I thought there was a couple plays. J.J. McCarthy, he threw that pass to Roman Wilson, who was wide open, yet put it down at the ground. Wilson, which got overturned, had to kind of catch it off the ground, stumble forward himself. J.J. also got a little cocky later in the game and just threw a ball downfield into double coverage, got the ball intercepted. Now, sometimes people say you've got to give those things to get the greatness, right? The greatness might be the pass to Colson Loveland or the touchdown pass to, or the 2-point conversion touchdown pass. The passes late in the game when Michigan was kind of pulling away. Luke Schoonmaker, you roll out, you hit him in the end zone. I get that. But J.J. McCarthy cannot get cocky, and I think Michigan's wide receivers need to do better. I saw it a few times yesterday, Ronnie Bell in particular. The play breaks down. J.J. has to break out. TCU's got a really good defense. Get open. Don't give up on the play, and Michigan's coaches need to put them in a better position in the red zone to make sure they are making plays. So Michigan definitely needs to pass the ball better to beat TCU. How about Kendre Miller, the TCU running back? Pretty damn good season, right? All things considered, he is near where Blake Corum was. Right now, Blake Corum had 2.5 less games than Kendre Miller, but nevertheless, 216 carries, 1,342 yards. He's averaging 6.2 yards a carry, folks, and 17 touchdowns on the season. A hell of a year for him, and he's not even close to the best player on this team or in this program. Michigan's got to stop him because Max Duggan, like we said, is a threat with his arm. He's a threat with his leg. Kendre Miller is a threat with his legs. I don't know what you guys think, though. Predict the score. Michigan, TCU, the college football playoff early game, the semifinal, 4 o'clock out in the Fiesta Bowl, Glendale, Arizona, on New Year's Eve, December 31st. 27 days from the day that Michigan got this announcement here, December 4th. So let me know what your score predictions are. I forget what mine was already, Jack. What I have? I said 35-22. 35-22 was my score prediction here. Let me know what your score prediction in this game is. Michigan, TCU, the 2-3 matchup in the college football playoff. All right, J.J. McCarthy. He is going to be, like I said, the passing game needs to improve. It needs to get better. McCarthy's done good this year. He hasn't been great. I do think he's up there next year for a preseason Heisman ranking, but 188 of 288. Not nearly as good passing the ball completion percentage as he was over the first 6 or 7 games. 2,376 yards and 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for McCarthy. He's got a couple rushing touchdowns as well. He's going up against a TCU defense that is ranked, and these stats, I believe, Jack, are before yesterday's game, right? Because the NCAA has not updated after yesterday's conference championship game, so these are the regular season stats. 74th nationally, giving up 385 yards per game. 84th, giving up 235 yards per game passing, 150 a game on the ground at 66, and they are tied for the 57th best defense in America at 25 points per game. Look, Michigan's in the top 5 or 10 for, I think, every single one of those rankings. We'll get an updated one after, I think NCAA updates those on Monday. But that is the defense that J.J. McCarthy, Donovan Edwards, Colson Loveland, and Ronnie Bell and the rest of the Michigan football offense will have to compete with. I think they will do a damn good job. I think Michigan gets the win. I said 35-22. All right, it's Michigan Flash Mob time. If you haven't yet, go retweet my pin tweet of producer Jack banging out 5 push-ups as we I gave it to him on the spot, so I'm going to give Jack some credit. He didn't have any prep work for that. I didn't tell him to stretch out, anything like that. So, Jack, good on you, my man. Go ahead and retweet my pin tweet. I'll give you a shout out if you're watching here on the live show. If you watch it later on in the week, I'll give you a shout out on the show right after that one. I'll keep this bad boy pinned for a little bit. Nathan Gilkerson at N8THE, so N8 Nate the Great G, at Nate the Great G. Just look at my pin tweet, my quote tweets. You've got one from him. Some more retweets here. I'll give a couple more shout outs. Jeremy Clore, it's JJCLORE. John Blaze Wolverine, Super Chat MVP. Thank you so much, John Blaze. He is at John Blaze and then Wolver, L-O-R, or John Blaze Wolver, W-O-L-V-E-R. And then Levi Jank, L-E-V-Y-J-E-N-K. I'm going to follow all you guys back. If you want to shout out or you want me to follow you back on Twitter, go ahead and give that a retweet. I'll keep my eye on the phone here for the next 15, 20 minutes. Anybody who hits that retweet gets a follow back. If you do it on the live show or afterwards, I'll give you a shout out on the next moment I can on one of our Michigan Football Report shows. What a game for Donovan Edwards. Back-to-back games, filling in for Blake Corum with that big cast on his right hand, 185 yards. Your Big Ten championship game MVP. And a hell of a speech afterwards. He made it very clear. This team is not settling for a college football playoff berth. This team is not settling for a Big Ten championship win and a championship appearance in the college football playoff. They are here to win it. It's pretty obvious, he said. Michigan is there to win the college football playoff, as Eric Steen is saying. We don't even need Corum. Wish we had him. Didn't need him yesterday. Didn't need him against Ohio State. Donovan Edwards, he has evolved. He has emerged as a superstar. I think next year, folks, he's going to be, him and J.J. McCarthy, leading Heisman Trophy candidates. And that 25 carries, 185 performance on 2 epic runs yesterday put him at the very top of what Michigan wants to do against TCU, against Georgia, and headed into the 2023 season. If you like being in the college football playoff, folks, give me a like on this video before we end today's, the video, this TCU preview. I want to give some shout outs to people that have super chatted, $10 or more. Wolverine, Alaska, Blue Wolverine, John Blaze, Rock City. Give me a like in this video as I give some shout outs. Josh Sherwood, Shane Johnson, Mr. Bojangles 870, Wolverine, Alaska and his daughter Leanne, Preston Yoder, Blue Wolverine, Cool Moti, Dominic Franchillo, might be naming some more, but that's fine. Josh Sherwood again, Rock City, Rick Harford, John Blaze, our Super Chat MVP. Appreciate anyone who Super Chats $10 or more on a live show gets a sticker on the helmet. And once we fill this bad boy up, which we're getting pretty damn close, I'm going to fill it with $1 bills, give you guys a Blake Corum signed football, and give you a Michigan football jersey of your choice. So keep super chatting if you're watching our live show. We will be back live on Thursday. We're going to do every single Thursday going forward. So make sure you guys are joining the show on Thursday afternoons. Time to be determined. I'll announce on Twitter here in a couple days. But if you like being in the college football playoff, make sure you like this video.